Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, cottagers. Welcome in, welcome in. And Z, thank you so much for the resub for 34 months. How? That's so long. That's so long. Happy anniversary. Thank you, thank you. The Raz triple threat, the whole crew. I'm not gonna lie, I fought with VTube Studio to try and get hats on everybody, and they were like, no. So I gave up. I tried for like 30 minutes. Someday I'll learn how to work this heckin' thing. Also, welcome in, Kios. Happy 3-year anniversary. Thank you. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are doing well. You can't. One hat and one hat only. I thought you could do it with like a toggle. But I thought if I made it a toggle, like an item scene, it would work, but I don't know. They weren't working. Also, welcome in, Shadow Garden. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. They pin to the OG model. The rest are items, unless you run extra instances of VTS. Yeah, I think if I ran extra instances of VTS, my computer would explode. I think my computer would be like, all right, that's it. Happy anniversary. Thank you. 3 years. Isn't that wild to think? That 3 years ago, on February 1st, I had my first stream? Hi, so the original model wasn't a puppet. Well, no, the original model was also a puppet. It's just Scuff Raz, who doesn't have a crossbar. But they're all puppets. They're all puppets. Yeah, the original model is the one to my left, your right. And then the Scuff one, the one that looks like it was drawn in paint, was made by my friend Zaro. And it matches. She has a couple of these that she's made for friends. But welcome in, Conde. Hope you're doing well. Also, Shadow Guard, thank you for the posture check. Everyone, make sure you do a big stretch on this fine Saturday. Make sure you are an uncooked shrimp if you must be a shrimp. Scuff Raz. I know, she's great. I love Scuff Raz so much. I love her so much. She's such a good bean. She's dangerous, but she's a good bean. She's a good bean all the same. I like too how like in this, I like how she looks like she's peeking. If I like really duck down, like look at her. She looks like she's gonna like do some mischief. Oh my goodness. Z, thank you for all the gift subs. And welcome in, Chris. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Z, that is too kind. What the heck, girl? Oh my god. Thank you for gifting all those subs. To everyone who got a sub, I hope you enjoy the emotes. We have a new frog this month. This is our Valentine's frog. Go forth. Give lots of chocolate. Spread lots of frog love. Spread lots of frog joy far and wide. But yes, today I guess we should announce, I mean, you guys probably saw it coming, but the results of the farming sim election are in. And drumroll please. Oh my god, I actually made my model totally bug out. Anyway, ta-da! To no one's surprise, Red Dead Redemption 2 won with its like 310 votes. Also, Max, welcome in, and then welcome in, Perky. Welcome, happy anniversary, Raz. Thank you. So yes, our game. So we're currently playing Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. There are events, like random events, that are locked to a specific year in Friends of Mineral Town through year 5. So I think we'll go through year 5. Also, welcome in, Magneris. Thank you for the happy anniversary wishes. Thank you. So I think we're gonna go through year 5. We're currently in year 2 of Friends of Mineral Town. So I think we'll play all the way through year 5, see all the main cutscenes, get married, have kids, raise our kid, all that good stuff. I demand a recount. Harvest Moon 64 was so close to winning. I'm sorry to say, the Red Dead Redemption 2 folks, where they were out in force. So Red Dead Redemption 2 will be the game that we play right after we finish Friends of Mineral Town. So that'll be the plan. I think we'll probably finish Friends of Mineral Town. Well, do I want to say a date? I don't know. We'll finish it in the next couple months for sure. Depends on how quickly we kind of speed through some stuff. I hate to provide a timeline because I don't know. Life comes up, you know? Life happens. So you can't always count on my my schedules, because I used to make schedules for myself and I would be like, "Oh, I'll be done in X time." But then I would be late and then I would feel late. Still don't understand how Red Dead Redemption 2 won with a cozy streamer audience. Well, it's a horse game. If we get down to the core of it, it's a horse game, and a lot of people really wanted to see me play Red Dead Redemption 2. So, it'll be a blast. Congrats on 3 years. Thank you, Weekend. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. It's gonna be extra hard to schedule Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, so I made a promise to myself that I'm not gonna rush games. So if we play Red Dead Redemption 2 and it takes us like 8 months to play, that's fine. That's fine. We'll have lots of fun with it. It'll be nice and cozy. If it takes us, I don't know, 3 months, great, cool. So we'll see. I'm not gonna put a timeline on it. We might have some seasonal games that come in for like Halloween and stuff, and of course there will still be collabs happening with other people, so it won't just be Red Dead Redemption 2, but I will try and we'll keep it nice and cozy. The first 2 chapters, the tutorial, are less horse game. That's okay. We'll know that the horse game is coming. We can just pretend Rune Factory Water Viva Pinata 1. No, I'm excited to play Red Dead Redemption 2. See, all the horse girls love Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, that's like one of the games, a lot of the horse girls like only play Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, that's all they do. They just play that. So, like, I feel like if the horse girls like it, it means it's good. It's good. It's just good. So I feel like I have to experience it. It's always funny to see you all try to read Pinata. I know. Well, not reading it right. Need more horse girls playing Shadow of the Colossus. Is Shadow of the Colossus a horse game? It's because the horses are so good. I know, the horses are good. They did a good job with Red Dead Redemption 2. I feel like you need to kind of focus on the horses anytime you make a Western game, but people don't necessarily do that. Alright, let me go ahead. We are going to play the Ranch of Rivershine today. A new trail came out that I have not seen. Shadow of the Colossus is as much a horse game as Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay. Alright. The one horse in Colossus is the best and laid the foundation for all horse follower mechanics in games following. Okay, so maybe the OG non-horse game question mark? I've owned horses since I was 8 or 9. Ooh, nice. Horse game, welcome in, Crisis. Yes, we're gonna play horse game. Alright, let me go ahead and swap. I will have to... Let's come over here. Turn on the desktop audio. We're gonna see if I might have to edit the music, because this one's always really low. Alright, let me try like big boosting it, and if it's too loud, you guys let me know. It's usually very quiet though. It's usually big quiet. And then also it doesn't help that anytime I click off of it, it mutes it. So, boost it. We need it higher. Okay. Okay. I have to go into the thing. Is this it? No. Actually, wait. Is that it? Properties? No. Do I have a filter on it? I think I have a filter on it. Gain. Okay, hold on. I have to write this down because otherwise I'm going to ruin our audio for Friends of Mineral Town. So our gain is 21.30. So if I boost it a little higher. And then we go back here. Okay, that might be better. That might be better. I don't remember if some stuff is like too loud in here, so we'll go in with this, but you guys let me know if it's like still too quiet, and I can boost it more. I can boost it more. There are just some sound effects that might be like aggressive. Sandy vibes. Hi, Raz. I've been daydreaming about opening the Azure Coast Trail, but I'm lacking some funds, and I thought you might help me make the dream come true. Just think about it. The vast beaches to ride on, the sound of the waves lapping the shores. That must be worth the trouble, right? From Day. Grand opening. I hope this letter finds you well, Raz. I'm delighted to invite you to the grand opening of my boutique in Crystal Lake. I've curated a selection of cozy pieces that I'm sure you'll adore, and I'd be honored if you came to have a look at my collection. Be sure to check your wardrobe to review your current outfits before you visit. Wild horses in Rocky Mountain. Hey there, Raz. I saw some signs that wild horses have been roaming in Rocky Mountain. I thought you might want to go have a look. Good luck. Let me know if you catch one of them. Jay. Okay, or Jai. Okay. We have a lot of people to chat with. But first, horses to take care of. It is winter. I have not been growing anything. Also, I think I look different. Alright. I think they changed how I looked. It be like that though sometimes. I don't know how I got brunette hair. And a different fit. I guess I have to go change it. Okay. There we go. Let's do sand in here. Brush, 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 brush. Get her fed. Also, actually, Fiery Flame, now that her child is an adult, I think we can let her out, but that's fine. Blondes have more fun as a myth. Well, true. True, true. Everybody has a good time, I feel like. Alright. I'm gonna let her out in a sec, but first we gotta put Fresh Feather in a stall. Let's get her some sand. Let's get her brushed. I think I'm going to sell Fresh Feather. That is my plan. That is my plan. Okay. We'll come back to her. Let me just bring her into the pasture. Nice. Alright, enjoy your life out here, ma'am, for now. I also don't remember if anyone else is pregnant. So I might have to go check out in the field and see if anyone needs to be brought in, because I don't know, I don't want them having their foals in the pasture. It feels like a lot when we have this nice barn that we could be using. So, all right. Oh yeah, your head is dirty, my friend. Okay. Let me go get her. Oh, she has stuff already. She has tack. All right. What was your first cozy game? Ever? My first cozy game ever was probably, I don't know, Animal Crossing for GameCube? I think. I'm trying to think if I played any cozy. I played like lots of games that were not very cozy as a kid on PC. But my first this is not okay. Can I actually lead you to the stable, ma'am? You are pregnant. We have to put you in a stall. Yeah, I think it probably would have been Animal Crossing, the original Animal Crossing for GameCube, because I don't think any of my PC games as a child were very like I wouldn't call Oregon Trail 3 a cozy game, if I'm gonna be honest. So, I don't think all of my Oregon Trail wagon train members like dying of dysentery or being swept away in a river, not the most cozy. So, I don't think I can count those. So, yeah, it was probably Animal Crossing for GameCube, as well as Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, also on GameCube, because GameCube was my first console. Because I had to wait until my brother was old enough to, like, petition my parents to let us get a game console. Hello, ma'am. How are you? Or sir. I forgot Wispy Mouse was a sir. You're also a sir? Okay. Our crew is good. And then... when did you start riding horses? I wanted to learn more of the horse girl lore. I started riding horses when I was 6 years old. Like formally, I guess my neighbors across the street owned a horse though. So I did technically, like they did technically put me up on Dot when I was probably like 3, but I'm not counting that as riding. I started formally taking riding lessons when I was 6. And it took riding lessons all the way up until... I guess I took riding lessons all the way up until like I was 17, I think. I moved barns when I went to... I changed barns. The first barn that I went to was like a... kind of a backyard thing. They had a decent number of horses, and they did have good instructors, but like... originally that barn was not geared towards like competitions, and it was really geared towards like teaching kids to ride. They didn't really have like adult like lesson takers, I guess. And they also didn't really do boarding, so like they didn't really have any adults who were like boarding their horses there. And so, but then like when I was in probably like mid to late middle school, and this was all English. I've never actually learned Western, and I kind of want to go back and learn Western style. I've been actually toying. There is a Western barn near me that teaches Western style, and I have been toying with the idea of going and like getting lessons there, because I think it'd be fun. But yeah, so I think it was like probably when I was like in mid to late middle school, they started like changing. I guess they got some women who like started boarding their horses there, and then pushed for the stable to be more competitive, which is fine, but they were pushing more towards like dressage, I guess, was what they wanted to do. And so the barn started leaning more towards dressage / 3-day eventing. 3-day eventing being the combination of dressage, cross country, which is jumping over jumps out on like a trail, and then show jumping, which is like the big flashy jumps in the arena. Also, welcome in Fortuna 3 for Zaldia's. Is this a waltz of puppets? Yes, exactly. It's my 3rd year anniversary, so I figure why not have all three of the Razzes at once. So, yeah, that happened. Also, welcome in Kakushi. Happy 3rd anniversary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just explaining my horse girl lore. And, so yeah, I didn't really like, I don't know, the vibe at the stable got kind of weird. And it was like, things were starting to get like weird and petty. Like, if you didn't own a horse, which I didn't like at the time, and I don't know, I just felt like there were like all these adults who owned horses, and they would like pick among the pool of advanced riders, and they would like you wouldn't be allowed to ride these women's horses unless they were like cool with you. And so it got like I don't know, the vibe was just super weird. I was cool with like one of the women that owned like 6 horses, so that was nice because I kind of had like my pick of a bunch of different horses that were very nice and very chill. But yeah, it was kind of it was just a weird situation, I guess. So I actually ended up leaving the stable when I went into high school, and I went to a stable that was a lot more like competitive, and it turns out that wasn't actually probably a good fit for me. I learned a lot, and like I had access to like a much higher quality of trainer, which was good for me, but yeah, it was maybe not the most fun. It was also very expensive. I ended up having to lease a horse in order to like ride there, and that was very expensive. She's multiplying. Welcome in, CJ. Happy anniversary. One of my favorite cozy streamers around. I'm glad I stumbled into your stream by chance all those months ago. Thank you, Locke. I'm so touched. If you keep streaming for more years, there'll be a stream where we can't see the game. By the 9th anniversary, half the stream will be covered. That's so true. Hopefully, I mean, I think I'll be done at 3. I don't think I'll have more models. Maybe I'll have a 3D model in the future. In other news, everyone make sure you do a big stretch. Let's make sure that you're an uncooked shrimp if you must be a shrimp. And everyone make sure you get a sip of something, doesn't matter what it is. Something is better than nothing. I'm being good and sipping on water today. So yeah, I moved to a different stable, and the stable I moved to was focused on show jumping. And so I got like a really fancy trainer, and I leased this horse named, what was his real name? I do not remember his real name, but his barn name was Pookie, which was like a terrible barn name in my opinion. And he was like a 16 and a half or 17 hand horse. He was giant. He was much taller than I was at his back, and he was always getting into trouble. So because I was leasing him, I would have to pay for his vet bills, so when he got in a fight in the field, like, I would be on the hook. I remember his Automod strikes again. I know. I got you though. I got you. He used to get turned out into the pasture. He wasn't a fighter, he was just stupid. Like, no offense to Pookie, but he was not bright. So like, okay, key example. He got turned out into pasture. His like pasture buddy was this pony, like this very small pony. And it was like late autumn or early winter, so everyone had their jackets on, their blankets, like this horse, you know? So you see how the blanket is like, it's fastened, right? On like around them, like they can't take it off, right? And it's around their neck is like the big hole, right? And then like here at the back too. Pookie grabbed this pony's blanket with his teeth at the back and tried to lift him up. He tried to like rip the blanket off this boy, but like it can't come off him. And so he ended up just like yanking on this poor child's like neck and back. And then of course the pony got super mad and kicked him really hard, like several times while he was doing all this. And then he had to go to the vet because he got beat up by this like tiny little pony. Because he was just doing, that's all, he would do stuff like that all the time. He would just do dumb shit all the time. I guess I'm drunk 3 times Raz. Welcome in, Saya. No, it's just, you know, the 3rd anniversary vibes, that's all. So yeah, it was stuff like that. It was constant. It was just like he would do wild things, and I was always like, sir, please. A little bit of decorum, if you will. Please. So yeah, that was the classic. That was the classic. I'm seeing triple 9 yards. Oh, whoa! This is a new loading screen. That was so cool. That was such a cute illustration. What the heck? Pookie needs to learn tact. He did. He did. He did. So yeah, like it was just very expensive because he was always getting into mischief, and then I would have to like pay for it. I would be like, "Sir, can we not get into trouble?" Quest. I knew you'd be interested in riding along the coast with cute coffee. I've always loved the beach, but it would be quite a lot of work for Jai to open the trail again. So I thought we could pool our funds together. That way, we'll be able to see the ocean much sooner than if we did it on our own. I'm counting on you, Raz. Oh, okay. I guess I have to go to... Oh, yeah, I have to go to Jai's store. Okay, let's go to Jai's store and see how much that costs. I think... Actually, at this time... Where is Jai? Is Jai at home? No, Jai's in the park office. Okay, lucky. Park office is right here. Yeah, so Pookie was kind of a hot mess. I did go to an amazing horseback riding camp for like most of my summers as a child. And they were on like, this camp was on like 300, it was on over 350 acres, and they owned over 65 horses, and the horses lived outside full time in like a herd structure in these massive fields. And it was so magical. It was so fun. I learned a ton. I got to ride lots of cool horses. We alternated between, you'd have a ring day where you like were in the ring with an instructor, and trail days where you would go out and you would ride horses like out in the woods, and it was amazing. It was like my favorite place. So I realized I'm not actually into like the competition stuff. I mean, I like jumping. Jumping is fun, but I'm not into the competition stuff as much. I would much rather ride on the trail. I prefer trail generally. I mean, ring is nice sometimes. Like there are days, trail is more dangerous, I will say. So like if you want a more chill, relaxed day, then like being in the ring is probably better, because you know, no wild animals, nobody's dogs getting loose, don't have to deal with like cars or anything. But I'm in a place where the people that have horses aren't classy. Oh, that's interesting. See, I'm in a place where horses are very expensive, but there's also lots of places in the US where owning a horse is not as expensive. Have you ever injured yourself riding horses? Yes, many times. Nothing too serious. I fell off underneath a horse one time. That's when my parents decided they could no longer keep watching me ride because it was too stressful. Happy 3 years, Raz. Welcome in, Guy. Happy Saturday. Hope things are good by you. So yeah, I fell off under a horse once. I have fallen off 5 times. I think the lore is you're supposed to fall off at least 10 times in your riding career, at least. I think I've fallen off 5 times. The worst was when I was at the competitive barn. I was riding Pookie in the indoor arena, and I lost my stirrup on a jump course, and as I went around a corner, I fell off. I flew off, and I actually hit the wall. Because it's an indoor arena, so I actually like yeeted myself off and hit the wall. So I hurt my back. It was not serious, but I was like big bruised up. I was able to like get back up and get back on, and I think my trainer made me keep going and like go back on the jump course, but I definitely the next day I felt that one really bad. I've also been bucked off a few times. I've gotten whiplash in my neck once because I had a horse at my summer camp that, there would be this last weekend of the camp, where half the girls would go home. So like normally there would be like 90 girls at the summer camp, but the last 2 weeks or whatever, the last week of the camp, they would only have 45 girls, and they were a little bit more like loose about what they let people do. And so because there were less girls, and so there was a better like camper to counselor ratio, they would let some of the advanced riders do more interesting / honestly dangerous things. And one of the things that they let us do is 2 of our rings were set up. They were both on like these little hills, and there was like a figure 8 track in between the two rings. So it'd be like ring 1 and ring 2, and then you could ride. There was this grassy like path around both of them and in between them. And so they would, because there would be instructors in each of the two rings, they would let the advanced girls, you could like ask to be allowed to ride a horse of your choice, kind of on like a free ride. The problem is we were young and stupid, so we would ride like really fast. We'd be like galloping and racing around there, which we were not supposed to do. And I was on one of the straightaways on the figure 8, and the horse that I had picked for that day was named Fred, and he was kind of a pain, but to be fair, I was maybe not being the most responsible rider. And he got in, he was just having so much fun that he grabbed the bit in his teeth, yanked his head down, and bucked at the same time. And I did not fall off, but I did get whiplash in my neck from him like yanking the reins kind of like forward as he did this buck thing. So that was not super fun. I felt that one as well. And I have broken all of my baby toes. Like every small toe except for my big toes. I have broken all of those multiple times, usually from having horses step on them in various ways. So yeah, I've broken all of those many times. Again, especially as a kid, like you would always like cut corners as a kid. You would not do things the way that you were supposed to do. And so that's how I would get got a lot of the time. Rat's trying to compete with Jackie Chan for injury count. I hope not. Hope not. I know a lot more people who had way worse injuries. I've had a lot of, I think I was lucky. I had some scary riding encounters, like times I should have fallen off and I didn't, times I was doing things that were dangerous. My parents signed a release form when I was back at my old stable to let me ride a recently off the track, recently retired racehorse, and he was very aggressive. I think because he was just kind of out of his mind, to be honest. He broke an instructor's arm, and my parents were like, yeah, you can ride that horse, whatever. He did charge me when in the paddock once when I went to feed him, and I hit him with a bucket of beets. I had like, part of his food was beets like mashed up into a pulp, and he charged me and I hit him with the bucket because he was giant, he was big. If he had run me over, I would have been not having a good time. So that was a scary time. And I also got caught in a trail ride in a thunderstorm, like way out in the woods at my camp. We were doing like a sunset ride, and yeah, and I lost the rest of the trail by accident. I was like, oh no. But it was fine, I found the trail. They were just a little bit down the trail. I didn't get lost, but it was kind of scary. We had to dismount. We had to walk all the way home. We were soaked. It was thundering and lightning. It was spooky. Hi Raz, it's me, Kauto. My Twitch account can't be accessed for the moment. Aww. Well, hopefully you can get into it soon. Congrats on the 3rd anniversary. I don't know if you read YouTube comments though. Oh, sorry. Sometimes it takes me a hot minute. And I was tunneling on my horse girl lore. I hope you wouldn't do it on purpose. No, I would never hit a horse on purpose, unless I'm in like physical danger. That's the only time. If I need to hit a horse just to make it veer off course to not injure me, that's the only time. But no. My mom lost a horse to lightning. She thinks, oh, that's awful. It is very scary. You feel the you feel your mortality when you're like out in the woods in a thunderstorm. You're like, oh, I am vulnerable here. I didn't lose the rest of the trail. Oh no, I did not lose the rest of the trail. My friend and I, on that trail ride, we had begged and pleaded to be allowed to bring 2 much older horses that we had ridden as children out on this trail. And they were like, well, since it's a like sunset ride and it's going to be chill anyway, like we're not going to be doing any galloping or anything, you can bring these 2 older horses. But then of course, when we were like halfway out and the thunder started, the trail leader was like, we have to get home immediately. So the trail took off and everyone was doing like a canter / gallop thing. And our two poor little old horses were not down with that. So it was not me alone by myself. It was me and my friend at the back of the trail. It was a little dicey. We got to like a fork in the road and we were like, I don't actually know these trails super well. So I think we go left, but I'm not sure. But we went left. It was fine. They were there. No big deal. No harm, no foul. My dog almost got killed by a horse a couple times. The field next to ours, sometimes it's horses, so he barks at them. Oh, yeah, he has to be careful. No, so you got left behind? I did, but only for like 5 minutes. I was scared because I was a teenager. I was like, oh no, I'm in danger. I was like, ooh, I was like, I do not remember the way back. But it was okay. It was okay. All worked out, but yeah. Good. In the future, before I ever go on a trail, I think I'm going to check the weather. Because usually the weather in advance is like, hey, a storm's rolling in. Clouds, Usually you can tell if you got a good weather app, so. I guess that's what we should have done, but alas. Okay, I'm gonna purchase these coast courses, and I think we should be able to just go out to the coast. I bet everyone will be happy to hear that the Azure Coast Trail is open again. Personally, I've never been a fan of the beach. All that sand, it gets everywhere. I bet as long as you stay on your horse, though, it won't be too much of an issue for you, Raz. True. I also don't really like the beach, but we're going there ourselves. How often do you still do horse stuff, if at all? Sadly, at this point in my life, it's a little expensive for me, so I have not been riding. I think the last time I rode was probably when I was like 17 or 18. But I'm thinking about, there is a stable that teaches Western style, and I rode, my whole life was English style. So I would like to learn Western style at some point. Like, I've ridden on, like, trail rides, like, touristy trail rides, Western style. But I would like to actually learn Western style because I think it'd be fun. I also think the saddle for Western style is meant to be, you're meant to be sitting in the saddle for longer periods of time. Again, it was designed for people like cowboys who are like out riding for hours and hours and hours. So it's a little bit more comfortable, I think, for trail riding. So I think it'd be really fun to learn. So maybe that'll be something I start this year, is going to the stable and learning how to ride Western style. Was it a very flat area or one with mountains? It was actually a mountainous area. So when we were going on these trails, we were going like up in elevation, but not so high in elevation that, like, mountains have kind of weird weather and storms can roll in really fast, but so I don't blame them. I guess we just maybe we like didn't think the weather was going to change as quick as it did. Cowboy Raz confirmed. Raz cowboy costume for 4th year anniversary. Who knows? Maybe after Red Dead Redemption 2, it'll have to happen. But yeah, so that's something I've been thinking about. Wishing you luck on your future riding adventures. Thank you. If you guys don't know, Kios has just started riding horses as well. She's been healing my little horse girl heart by telling me about her riding adventures. If we ever meet up someday, let's do trails. 100%. I would love to. I would love to. That would be so fun. I'm kind of sad like that. So where I live now, oh my god, I love these loading screen animations. I wish my loading screen like took longer. I wish I could see them more. I kind of wish, so I live on like a couple acres, but not nearly enough for me to keep a horse here, and it is kind of expensive to board, but I really just want to own a big old draft horse. I want to own a big old draft horse and just ride around on trails and vibe out with him. That's like my ideal horse is like a giant big old draft horse. They're just such good friends. Usually my vacation, I more often go to the beach than hiking. Once a year. Oh, the horse is on the beach. Oh, it's really beachy. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't be beachy, but I go home to my parents. My childhood hometown, 2 hours from the beach, 2 hours from volcanoes. The beach is more accessible. Ooh. Okay, this travel stone hates me. Oh. Uh-oh. I think I have, okay. I fell through the floor, I think. Hold on. Let me relaunch it. It won't have saved. Luckily, it's not an autosave game, or, you know, for better or for worse. I think it's because my horse and I both walked towards the exit. I should have whistled for him. We're transcending time and space. We are, yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna click through all these. We know all these. Seems kind of tie-hand. Yeah, to be fair, this did just come out and this game is made by a single dev, so I'm not shocked if we encounter some weird bugs. Sometimes it happens. We've horse girlied too far. We have. The game was like, alright, enough, Raz. Get it together. But yeah, I don't generally, actually, personally, I'm not much of a beach person. I also don't know if I would actually like riding horses on the beach. I really don't like cleaning tack. You have to do it, but I don't really like washing leather and cleaning tack, and you definitely have to do that after you ride on the beach because otherwise the salt and stuff will ruin your stuff. So not quite my jam. If it's made with love, then we excuse the devs. Yes, it's made with lots of love. So we are a-okay with it. I'll take a few bugs, considering this game is so good. No problem. Alright, let me also bring her outside. But this will be faster, because now I know how to, you know, do stuff. I know what I'm doing. How was your new year? Hope it was fun. It was good. It was nice and cozy. I don't think I did anything in particular. I was just home with my husband, which I've been happy about. Work has been a little bit busy now that the kids are back at school. Because I work at a university, so our semester has started, so it's been a little busy. It's not nearly as busy. It's gonna get really busy in like April and May because, you know, graduation season is a busy time for everybody, but otherwise, we've kind of been chilling. We've been having a nice chill time. What do you work as? I work on the web team. Ish. That's I don't say exactly what I do, but I work on computers on websites. So yeah. Basically lots of edits coming in, as you can imagine. Lots of like, you know, every semester it's like you gotta swap out. Different professors join or leave, and then lots of like honors and awards ceremonies happen, and those all have to be updated. Raz holds up the entire internet at Raz University. Yes, exactly. So what you mean is your printer tech support? Oh my god, girl. Yes! We have an IT department, which is different from my department. And yet still, what drives me up a wall is people ask me to troubleshoot their Google workspace all the time, and I'm like, that is not my job. You have to go to IT. I can give them like the basics, you know? I can be like, I don't know, try this, but like after that, I'm like, fam, please. Please. This is not my job. This is not what I'm paid to do here. But yeah, people ask me to troubleshoot anything. They'll ask me to troubleshoot broken pixels on their screen, printers, Zoom, Google Workspace, yeah. And like, I do wear a lot of hats. Like, my department is responsible for a lot of like weird disparate stuff that might not necessarily seem like just the website, but we don't do that. We don't do that. So sometimes I have to be like, yeah, you gotta put in a ticket. That's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen that bug before. If you saw my past uni's webpage, you would hate it. What you will find is a lot of universities have ugly web pages. A lot of them do. Yeah, I don't know. Websites are just not as much of a priority. Mine is still ugly. Yeah, like a lot of them. I think it's because so many of them, they're very utilitarian. Like, it's just a lot of info that they have to get to people, so they don't necessarily care if it's super aesthetic. But it should be at least, you know, usable. Hey Raz, can you reset my password? I don't remember. Also, I don't remember my username and I don't remember my email address. Girl, for real though. People have done that to me. I've been like, I don't know how to help you. Mine isn't terrible, but I don't know the last time they updated class information on it. Yeah, so luckily, there's like a different team. Like the registrars updates like the class information, which lives on like a completely different site, which is kind of nice, but man, some of our departments have not been updated in years, and I have tried to help them, but they, sometimes they're resistant to change. Sometimes they just don't. They just don't want to. So it is certainly something. But yeah, I try not to fight with people. I have this job because my old job, I actually really liked my old job. It was very intellectually challenging in a good way. But it was soul-sucking. Like, the actual work was fun, but like the larger implications of the work were not fun. So, and they made me work a lot and underpaid me. So I left that job after I bought my house. I said, okay, bye. Also, like Lockheed Martin. Maybe not quite as evil as Lockheed Martin, but yes, a similar vibe. Basically, my job was making... I made AI chatbots for large enterprise clients, which was really fun from like a language perspective. Like, we use something called natural language processing, which is really cool. And like the programming and stuff that we did for that and our system was really cool, and I liked that aspect of it. But you ultimately realize that you were making rich people richer, and you were allowing companies to not hire quality employees to provide support. They were just offloading it onto this like AI system, which is like not good, you know. That's not a good way to run your business. If people are paying you for something, you should provide them support with a real human being. So I liked the actual like nitty-gritty of my job, but like existentially my job was kind of evil. Yeah, AI replacing labor, exactly. Like that was no good, right? So like I liked the natural language processing aspect of my job. I liked a lot of things about my job, but I did not like the, you know, the actual like what it was doing. And our chatbots were not like ChatGPT. They were not using stolen data. They were crafted by hand. Using like data that the company itself like created and sourced about their own products and stuff. So it wasn't like it was like stolen stuff. That's another level of oof. However, yeah, ultimately it was me helping rich people get richer, because you also knew that like none of the other people in that company were like being enriched. It was like the CEO that was going to get most of the money that they would save, right? It is slightly more ethical, but yeah. Anyway, so I had that job. I liked that job. I liked the people that I worked with a lot. I honestly liked a lot of my clients who worked at these big companies a lot, but I was on call 24/7, 365. So if any of my chatbots went down, I would be called, sometimes by big companies in the middle of the night, and I didn't like that. And I wasn't really paid enough to warrant that level of service. And yeah, not my favorite thing. And so I ended up moving to this university. So this job is kind of like me. I consider myself retired, like semi-retired, because this job pays me a lot less, but it also, like, I can do my work in like 2 hours a day. So it's a lot more relaxed, and it's also kind of, you know, it's fulfilling. Like universities are good things. Like having kids be educated is a more positive thing than making CEOs rich. So, you know, went for something that maybe felt a little bit less existentially terrible. So yeah, I consider myself kind of semi-retired at this point. So I do this job. It's maybe a little bit more boring. It's maybe not as fulfilling in, like, you know, whatever, the intellectual side of it, but it's much more fulfilling in the like grander scheme of the world. And it gives me a lot more time to do my fun hobbies and, you know, have my Tamagotchis and play Neopets and stuff, you know? So I appreciate that for all that. And it's a lot less stressful. I'm a less stressed human being, partially because, you know, I got medicated for my anxiety disorder, but also because work is not stressing me out nearly as much. You just need to make a chatbot for yourself for when those companies called. Honestly, that would have been a real 5-head play. I should have. Horse blankets. I know. Actually, I don't know how these two side by side wearing the same pink blanket. A little bit confusing, but I think it's fine. Fresh feather. What do we do with you, girly? I guess we go to the flexibility training with you, friend. Let's go to flexibility training, and then we'll go check out the new spot. See all there is to see. It was wild finding out the horses can sleep standing up. They can, but they will also sleep laying down sometimes. Notably, when I was a child, my neighbors had a horse named Dot, and Dot slept laying down. And when Dot slept, one, she was old, so she would sleep laying down at like noon, in the field, and people would often come to our house and think that Dot was dead, and like people who were walking their dogs or like running by or something, they would often think that Dot was dead, and they would like see one of us outside and be like, I think that horse is dead, and we had to be like, no, that's just Dot. She's weird. She just sleeps laying down, which is unusual for horses, but she does do that. Yeah, because she, to be fair, she would look dead. She would be like completely prone on the ground. And she slept, you know, she slept soundly. So people would try and like rouse her and she wouldn't get up. And like, but she would just be sleeping, like legitimately. Sometimes we would go over and would be like, hey Dot. And then she would get up and be like, oh, hey. What happened when she died? Well, then, you know, then she actually was dead. But like, yeah. Most of the time, she was just sleeping, just full spread out looking dead. It's funny because apparently my husband's dog, one of his childhood dogs, was an all-white boxer, and she apparently would do the same thing. She would lay like prone on their driveway, and she slept really soundly, so people would always come to his house and like tell his mom that like their dog was dead, and like she was just snapping. She was just napping on the driveway. But people would constantly be like, I'm so sorry, I think your dog's dead. And she'd be like, no, that's just my child. She just does that. She just does that. It's just how she's built. So we both had the experience of having people, like strangers that you don't know, coming to your house telling you that an animal is dead that you know for sure is just sleeping, and having to explain to people like, no. Turns out Dot would also escape very often. I don't know how she did that, but she would like get out, and she would like be chilling, eating the grass in our yard sometimes, and we'd be like, and Dot was like big. She was not a pony. She was a full-size horse. She was big. And I would be like, Dot, how did you... And she wasn't, like, super athletic. It wasn't like she was, like, jumping the fence. I don't know how she was getting out. She must have known about, like, a break in the fence or something, like, and would just, like, weasel her way out, and nobody noticed, I guess, that it needed to be fixed. But yeah, she was a Houdini horse. She would end up in our yard quite often. And would be like, oh, hello, Dot. You have to go back now, ma'am. I love these new illustrations on the loading screen so much. They're so heckin' cute. I love them. I just wish my computer was slower so I could, like, witness them more. Alright, Grandma, go back to bed. Exactly. We'd be like, alright, Dot. You have to go back now. How come you didn't know about the open in the fences? How big of a place was it? So it was across the street. It wasn't our horse. Dot was our neighbor's horse, but her fencing abutted, like, this forested area, so I kind of have a feeling it was like something by the forest, like a fence line that they weren't easily getting to, essentially, and that's how she was getting out. I'm not sure though. She could have technically been jumping the fence, which, you know, would be wild, but hey, you know. Does this game still get regular updates? Yes, this trail actually just came out. This trail came out last week, I want to say. And there's tons more stuff planned. Like, they're gonna have a veterinary aspect in this game, where your horses can, like, get sick and you'll have to, like, diagnose them and take them to the vet and, like, treat them. So, like, that's upcoming. There's, like, a big roadmap, essentially. Oh my god, I probably should not have brought this young horse who's gonna continuously walk away from me. I should have brought one of my better trained friends. Go to Task Manager. On the 4th tab, you can limit the number of cores a game could use. Oh. I'm sure she's probably... The dev has probably posted the illustration somewhere. She probably has a repository. I can just view them there. Because it might not be fun if I said it too slow. Some things like the jump courses and stuff might be kind of a pain. DM the dev like, hi, I would like to see the art. I would like to see the baby. Oh my god. Come back here. Ma'am. Ma'am. You will enjoy each frame for more time. True. Okay, I don't know if there are animals. So normally, okay. Let's look at the map. Normally there are animals on a bunch of the maps. Like there's rabbits in the forest trail. There's sheep in the meadow trail. There's goats on the mountain trail. So I'm not sure if this trail has any animals yet. It might not. Hello, Triple Raz, welcome in, B. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I figured we could do triple the Raz because it's my third year anniversary streaming. So I was like, why not? I tried to have all three of us wearing the party hats, but I couldn't get the like toggle to save on the model and then come through when I made the model an item, so alas. Congrats, thank you, thank you. Kind of wild to think it's been 3 years. That, I don't know, it feels like it has not been that long, but time is an illusion, I suppose. I think it's interesting that we choose to mount our horse that way from the back where we just jump on, because I feel like if I tried to do that in real life, I would be kicked in the face. I feel like that would not go well. No redeems for hair today, right? Yeah, probably not, just because I think it might make some of the other models bug. Do you have any streaming goals for this year? My streaming goals are to take my heckin' time and not rush in games, because I still find myself rushing in games sometimes. What else? Oh, you know what? There's sand here. Makes sense. Now I never have to buy sand again. Congratulations on making it 3 years. Thank you. Oh my god, my horse is walking away. Girl, come back here. What else for streaming goals? I mean, I find this is gonna sound kind of bad, but I find that the longer I stream, actually, like, the more seasoned I get as a streamer, the less I care about, like, lots of little minutia, which I think is good. So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna be more chill. Going for even more chill than before. Because I used to get, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, when I first started VTubing, I've never wanted to stream as a job. That has never been something that I have been interested in, because I think streaming as a job is actually just not very fun. And I like my hobbies to remain fun. To be honest. But I will say, when I first started VTubing, I think I got, like, a little bit of VTuber brain rot, to be honest. It's midnight here. Forgive me if I doze off later. Have fun, Raz. Have a nice stream. Of course, Cowdo. Please get lots of rest. Don't stay up too late. I mean, live your best life. It is a Saturday, but if you need to go sleep, please do. Imagine going to the beach and you just see a person scooping up copious amounts of sand. Yeah, copious amounts of sand to, like, put in their stable. But yeah, I think when I first started VTubing, there was, like, it's not that I wanted to do VTubing as a job, but I felt like there was a lot of people around me who wanted to VTube as a job, and it kind of, like, even if you don't want to, it kind of, like, the stress or, like, the way that they conceptualize VTubing can, like, rub off on you. So I think, like, I had it in my head that, like, you should have a schedule and you should be consistent, and like that works for me because I am a schedule person and I like being consistent because that works best for me in my brain. But you know, it was like everyone was talking about, like, building your brand and, like, being professional, and, like, it's easy to get caught up in that. And, like, for instance, I'm really happy that I have my model that I have now, and that I have, like, a new outfit, but like, I have 2 outfits that I can toggle between and stuff, but, like, I will say, oh, look, a chest. I will say that I got that second outfit, like, way too soon. Not gonna lie. Also, this is where we are for this chest. Yeah, like, I basically spent a lot on VTubing, like, early. That I, like, didn't need to. Also, shout out, thank you for the headpads. Thank you. I'm rubbing off on Raz and my lack of schedule. No, but, like, I like that, though. Like, the more I thought about it, like, instead of having, because, like, here's the thing. I liked making weekly schedules at one point, but, like, at some point it did kind of start to be like, oh, I gotta make this heckin' schedule, and, like, I gotta make it look nice, and it was like, suddenly it was just like, it was just kind of like something that stopped being super fun and started just being like a chore. I'm leaving, it's time to cook lunch. Please enjoy your lunch. I hope it's super tasty. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, it was like something that started out fun and it was like a good time suddenly became like, you know what, this kind of feels like a chore, and it's like not the vibe anymore. And then I do think too, like, and I don't think that people mean for this to be the case, but I do think that, like, when a lot of the people around you are trying to make VTubing like a career or something that, like, does make them a pretty significant amount of money, sometimes that, like, that can rub off on you, and you can start, like, if someone else around you is really, like, concerned about their numbers, even if you don't care about your numbers, sometimes, like, it just creeps in, you know, and it's like it's not a good thing. It makes you feel weird. So, yeah, basically I've been trying to just be more chill. I've been trying to be more chill about like canceling streams. Like if I don't feel like streaming, if I come back from work and I'm just cooked and I'm like, yeah, this like doesn't feel like it's gonna be super fun to do, I just don't stream and I don't worry about it. And yeah, I think I feel better about it that way. I absolutely felt the same. No schedule is kind of the best. It is. Like, what I've learned is, like, I've learned that, like, to be honest, the people that are really, like, diehard fans or really, like, genuinely like your stream, they have your notifications on. So, like, when you go live, they see you. Like, I know when I feel like watching a stream and I log on to Twitch, I have people that I prefer to watch, and if they're live, I just go watch them. And I don't follow their schedules necessarily. I just am like, I'm in the mood to watch a stream. I'm going to show up. So I kind of realized like all these things that I was like making or doing, I was like, I don't even engage with that myself. Like what? Why was I putting all this energy into this when I don't even, like, I watch plenty of streamers and I don't read their schedules. Or like when I was like putting like which games I would play on which day. Like, didn't care what someone played on what day. I would just show up. I just wanted to like hang out because I liked their stream. I guess like maybe, or like if the day of I showed up and they were playing a horror game and I like didn't really want to watch a horror game, then I would just leave. It's no big deal. So yeah, I think I like had a lot of things that I was like, oh no, the VTuber brain rot, it got me. Even though like I have never wanted to stream as a job or cared about how I was doing or whatever. Just it was like, you know, it just gets you. The brain rot kicks in. I'm very happy you found your comfy spot with streaming. Yeah, me too. I can see schedules being a personal thing that motivates you to stream. I hard agree with all your points. Yeah, like schedules are really useful for some people, and I think to be honest, like when I was first starting out, they were useful. Happy anniversary, Raz. Thank you, Alexander. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Hope things are good by you. Like, okay, I think the first couple months that you stream, it is because it's like a new thing that you're doing, right? It can be difficult because it's a new thing, it can be difficult to force yourself to show up, especially because when you first start streaming, it can be kind of stressful and anxiety inducing because you're like trying to learn all the tech of like how to work OBS and like get all your stuff set up. And if you're VTubing, there's like another layer of like working with VTube Studio or like any of the 3D programs, you know, so I get it. It can be stressful at the very beginning. And so sometimes if you're like me, making a schedule can be really useful because you exert peer pressure on yourself to show up and just do a thing because you're like, well, I said I would be here, so I guess I have to show up. So that can be a good tool. Also a bit depressing from the general lack of viewership. Yeah, I will say though, like, how to put this? I think sometimes, in general, not just in VTubing, but in streaming in general, there can be this myth that, like, you're gonna start streaming and you're not gonna have very many viewers, or like maybe you start and it's just like your real life friends that show up, but like your real life friends have their real lives, right? So like they're probably not going to show up every time. And even your regulars are not going to show up every time. Every person watching you has a life. So there is this kind of myth, I think, in streaming where it's like, okay, you start streaming and it's like really hard at the beginning because nobody watches you, but then like you grow and then like you move on from that. But that doesn't necessarily happen. Like that's not necessarily true. Like, I think when I started streaming, I was really lucky, and I had met some other VTubers on Twitter, the cursed place that it is now. I had like met some other VTubers, and I also had some real life friends that showed up at the beginning, and I ended up having like a relatively high viewership for like someone who was just like brand new and starting out. And so I think I had between like 8 and 10 viewers, and I continued to have between 8 and 10 viewers average for like the next year and a half or 2 years. And even now, like my average is maybe around, I don't know, 15 or so. Like I have not shot up exponentially. And for some people that would be like unbearably small, and they would be too sad about that. So I think there is this myth that like just keep going, and someday you will become Iron Mouse and you will just have thousands of people that watch you. But that's not really true. You could technically stream for years and you just are super niche, or you know, what you're up to just like doesn't super resonate with people, and that's okay too. But I don't think you should feel sad about like putting in that time anyway. Like hopefully you like streaming because it's fulfilling for you with or without anyone watching, I guess. And it makes me sad when I see people be like, I can clearly tell that they're like hinging all of their enjoyment on one day growing to this average that's like really high. You know, and it's like, it could happen, it's possible, but I look at it as I would be doing this with or without friends hanging out with me, but it's nice to have friends to hang out with. But there are times when I'll do stuff offline and not feel guilty about it, because it's fine to also do things on your own and not around people. 100%. Iron Mouse herself said she spent the first 5 years or so with 5 average viewers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like part of it too though is like, every time I think of all the big people in the streaming space, they are incredibly talented. Like, they're really good at this thing. And I'm not that good. And that's okay. I don't need to be good. It's like the difference between, like, you can enjoy... I mean, okay, I was gonna say golf, but I actually hate golf. But okay, let's say golf. You can enjoy golf, and you can enjoy going out and golfing and not be on the PGA Tour. You know what I mean? And like never plan to be on the PGA Tour. I think more people need to stream like they're just going out to golf, and less like I'm going to be scouted for the PGA Tour. 15 is still above average for many of the communities I'm part of. Yeah, 15 is huge. 15 is a lot. That's a lot of people. I think about that many people. Even 5 people is a lot of people in a room. Like, what? That's like an insanely large number. Yeah, I think my viewership is high. I think my viewership is high. I'm just saying it hasn't grown exponentially over the 3 years, but I'm happy with that. It's already been high, kind of started high. It's remained high. We vibing. We chilling. Is it enough for me to make money? No. But I also don't plan to, and also I don't do any of the things that incentivize people giving me money on purpose. So, streamer guilt is real. Takes effort to move past it. Don't want to ever end up like some folks like Mr. Beast, wherein in their entire life is just thinking about content, making content, feeling like every moment not making content is wasted. Yeah, that's not a good way to go through life. One of my biggest things I had to learn was not thinking of everything as an opportunity for content. Yes. You're allowed to enjoy things off stream. In fact, please do. In fact, please enjoy things off stream that have nothing to do with stream. The mindset that worked for me is if I can make at least one person happy, then that means it was worth it. I think the key is make yourself happy. I want you all to make yourself happy. You are the most important person in that list. You're still able to collect some earnings, right? It doesn't go all to Twitch. Yeah. Because I'm monetized on Twitch, Twitch takes a 50% cut of everything that I make on Twitch, but like, but yes, I make, like, my average, like, for full transparency, my average on Twitch is I make about $50 a month. So I use that $50 a month to sub to friends, pay like my Discord Nitro, and like buy myself a snack. That's what the $50 goes to be honest. And anytime that there's like you know, a larger event and like I get more money, sometimes it'll go into things like, you know, emotes. Yeah, it does go to believe me, Pickles does, a lot of my money goes to Pickles. A lot of my, she is an expensive lady. She's a little champagne taste baby. She's very expensive food. She has more toys than she knows what to do with, believe me. But yeah, making yourself happy is definitely the most important thing. That's like step one. As long as it's not all going to them. No. If it was, if I was not receiving any money from Amazon, I would make sure that there were like almost no ways for them to make money off of me. Like my YouTube is not monetized, but like, you know, there's no like membership or something there. Like, it's just, we just chillin'. Sadly, I can't turn off, I try and turn off ads as much as humanly possible. That's like the only thing I can do. On my way to earn Twitch money and then spend it on Amazon. I mean, hey, live your best life. Greetings, Raz. I've received news that the statue in Azure Coast is faintly glowing. Desert Rose wasn't known for any particular skill, but it was the most trustworthy mayor Rivershine has ever seen. I'm sure you'll honor her statue dutifully. Okay, so Desert Rose statue must increase trust. All contestants are invited to participate in the Coastal Chase competition. A new expert cross-country course is now available in Azure Coast. Registrations are now open at Rivershine's competition board. Rivershine News. Okay, so same thing. We have all the different things. Hi, Raz. I heard from Jai that you recently opened the trail to Azure Coast again. It'll be perfect for trust training. I'll tell you more about it when you're in town. Alright, River. Oh my god, I have too many. My quests are piling up. I take solace in the fact that Twitch isn't profitable to Amazon. Yes, true. Also, I want to make it really clear to you guys, I understand that Amazon is, that we don't generally like Jeff Bezos, and that Amazon is problematic in a lot of ways. Please do not feel guilty when you order goods off of Amazon, because I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Amazon does not make most of their money from their storefront. Amazon makes most of their money from AWS, Amazon Web Services, which is basically the back end of most things that you know. So you do not have to feel guilty about, if we all stopped buying everything on Amazon, we would not put a dent in Amazon's actual earnings. Like, they make all their money from AWS. So, by all means, if you have the option to support a mom and pop local brick mortar store instead of ordering something on Amazon, great, wonderful, love that. Support our mom and pop shops, we love those. But please don't feel guilty about buying physical goods on Amazon. Please, like, please don't. That's okay. Also, a lot of people have no better option than Amazon. Yes. There's lots of places where Amazon is really important to getting people goods that they don't have access to. You don't have to feel guilty about that. But Amazon makes all their money from Amazon Web Services. So yeah, they have kind of they're not the only people in the space, but they do have like a large monopoly over the area where they make most of their money. Are there any mom and pops left? There are, but you do have to hunt for them, and you almost always have to go to them in person. Very few of them ship, and you almost always have to drive to them. So they do exist, but they're very hard to find. So yeah, please do not feel guilty about buying. Please do not feel guilty about buying things on Amazon. You are okay to buy things on Amazon, and even if we all boycotted Amazon and everyone in the world never bought anything from Amazon storefront ever again, Amazon would still be making lots of money. So please, you are allowed to like things, you are allowed to feel joy in this world, okay? Please do not feel guilty about things like that. As someone who likes video games and tech, literally any close for those is 30 minutes away in all store chains. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, it's hard to find. Like, there's very few. I don't know any mom and pop game stores for sure. Like, card game shops, yes, but like video games, no. Thank you, Raz. I got you. I don't want people feeling... I know it's really easy when you're in an online space to have people get kind of preachy and they act like you're personally at fault for this company that you're like buying one thing from or whatever. It's literally not your fault. Like, the way that we hold companies accountable is we actually vote and then we pass laws that make them held accountable. It's not on like us as individual people. Unless there's a like boycott or like a strike. If there's a strike, do your best to not cross picket lines, but you know, that's on the people striking to like tell you what they want you to do. You know, that's all. Oh my, 3 of you, welcome in, Axolotl. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. Welcome, welcome. Yes, 3 of me for my 3-year anniversary. If I live in Japan, the most exciting things are all the mom and pops there. Yeah, there's actually... Japan has done a good job of still having lots of mom and pop shops, I will say. Happy 3-year. Thank you, thank you. Amazon is also one of the biggest employers here now. The region government gave them an easy way to settle here. I will say too, yeah, you do not have to feel guilty about being employed. Okay? If you work at Amazon... You don't have to feel bad about working at Amazon. You are just trying to make money to live. Sadly, we live in a capitalist system where we have to make money in order to live. If we were all in a utopia, we would all get universal basic income and we would all be pitching in and doing all the stuff that, you know, needs doing and actually does good stuff for the world, but like we don't have that yet. Okay? Maybe someday. But we don't have that yet. Japan doesn't have strict zoning laws like the US. Definitely makes them easier to exist. True, you can run a lot more stuff like out of your home or in like a residential area. Still feel bad about where I work, but alas, Bills, no, Z. Don't feel bad about where you work. Stop. You are making money to feed yourself and others and your dependents, your cats, like Lilac. We do not feel guilty about taking care of ourselves and our loved ones. We don't feel guilty. That's not something to feel guilt about. If in the future you want to work somewhere else, because honestly right now I don't think your job treats you very nicely, that'll be great and we'll be excited for you, but you don't have to feel guilty about working where you work. You're working, you're getting money, you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your loved ones. That's amazing. You're doing great. Common workers aren't the ones doing the shitty stuff. Yes. If you're a C-suite executive and you're making millions of dollars, you should feel bad. Like, but again, the way to combat that is like make it a law so that it's like you cannot have any salary in your company more than 1.5 times the lowest paid employee, including hourly rate workers. So, you know, we could do something like that. A zebra. No. She's an Appaloosa. She's a leopard Appaloosa, actually. Cute coffee. Our good bean. She's almost good on stats. We're going to take her out to do flexibility training today. Cookies and cream flavored horse. Yes, exactly. I know a zebra when I see one. Do you? Do you? I thought zebras had stripes, not spots. Make it a law that if employees mass petition to say no, you have to kind of listen. Yeah, anything like that. So yeah, we should just, you know, laws. Laws are how we fix stuff. We don't rag on the common man who's just trying to live, you know. We do not go to some worker working at Starbucks and say, oh my god, you're the devil because you work at Starbucks. Instead, we say, hey, Starbucks, you know all these bad things you're doing? Stop. You're not allowed to do that anymore. So, yeah. 1.5, because my last company, I was already over that, because lowest was probably 18K or less. Yeah, I have pretty radical thoughts about that, but I really think like your CEO should not be paid, no one in your company should be paid more than 1.5 times the lowest paid employee, because there's not enough time in the day to warrant that. We all get the same 24 hours. The 0.5 can be a boost if you're like on call. But, like, if you want to make $1 million, then, well, I guess, you know, your lowest paid employee has to be paid no less than, you know, like, you can't be more than 1.5 times over what they get paid. So you can either enrich everybody, or nobody gets paid that much, you know? Make your choice. I think the problem is they won't raise the lowest, they'll make everyone else's lower, but the key is the CEO would also be lowered. So they could all go lower if they want. That's fine. But that's how they would have to do it. If a CEO wants to be CEO of a major company and be making $100,000 a year, sure. In fact, that's probably pretty chill. And yeah, that would have to include stock options. Any benefits would have to be rolled into that. So yeah, it would, you know, it wouldn't just be the money. We would have to take into account, we know the CEOs make a lot of their money via not money. We'd have to preempt them. Total comp is a scam. Total comp is a scam. Yeah. Give the CEO minimum wage and seize all their assets. I love that, CJ. I love that idea. First we say, stop, get some help. And then we take their 3 country mansions. You know? Anyway, yeah, all this to say, don't be mean to the normal people working jobs. And don't make them feel guilty about working jobs. They're just trying to live. They're just trying to afford groceries. Groceries be expensive these days. I think the way to solve things is just having the office in the factory building. That would help, yeah. They're not allowed to, like, not see what's happening in their spots. Actually, you know what? I wonder... I don't know. I guess during competitions, I'll wait until our friends are... What's, how much potential do you have? Oh, you have 1%. Okay, that's fine. I guess... Watermelon, you can have a watermelon to get 100% energy back. And then we are going to do a competition. We're going to work on these Azure Coast. I've never done these Azure Coast courses. So, Azure Coast, we're going to start with beginner. Alright, let's see. Let's see how our friend does. We're going to have to learn this course. I wondered when we would go in the water. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then we come down here. Okie dokie. Okay, where do we go? We go up this way. And then we turn. Alright, nice. Cute coffee. A winner. A winner. Okay, and then... I think I have to dismount. Kind of lame. Let's try Azure Coast Intermediate course. You're too young. Are you a baby still? Oh my god, you are. Wait, you're allowed to compete at the low level when they're still a baby? I did not know that. I did not know that. Alright, well, nice job winning. Cute coffee. Do be cute. And now, look, she's got a little blue ribbon on her stall. They get different ribbons, and the ribbons are like different for each place and like type. It's their birthday, January 1st. Is whose birthday, January 1st? The horses? I don't know. I don't think so. We're not racehorses, so. Good for her, so precious. I know, right? What a good bean. Alright, what about you, friend? We should probably get your speed up. So let's go to the Lupine Meadow. Watching this is reminding me I could have been a horse girl. You could have. What stopped you? What was the deciding moment that turned you away from the horse girl path? Yet you still can. That's true. Kiosk started riding horses recently. You can still become a horse girl. It's never too late. Oh, there was already a horse girl. Oh, so there was like competition. The horses just vanished one day. My god, the worst day. The worst day. So I just watched longingly. Oh, she actually had horses. That does make it hard. As a horse girl who didn't have a horse, I do feel that. The horse girls that have horses. Oh, the sheep are so good in that illustration. Oh my god. This is my favorite. I love Lupine Meadow the most. I think it has the best music. It has sheep. I think it's just the prettiest place. And it has a covered bridge. Did I tell you guys that my parents are obsessed with covered bridges? I don't know why. I don't remember them being like this when I was a child. But they love covered bridges. It's like their favorite thing in the world. They go out of their way, like anytime they're traveling around, they like go out of their way to go visit covered bridges. I don't know what they do there. I guess they just like walk on them and take a picture, but they love them. It's like literally, I don't know, they're just like covered bridge otaku now. I never saw a covered bridge IRL. I mean, to be fair, covered bridges, they are cool, but said this before, I'll say it again. I'm a horse girl, but in the 4 horses of the apocalypse kind of way. I love that for you, B. I love that for you. My mom loves them too. Is it like an older like boomer thing? They all just like one day wake up and they're like, but covered bridges though. Think about how they're covered. I know. I mean, like they are cool. Like they look cool, but like I don't know if I'd go like that far out of my way to like go see them, I guess. Such a US thing. I also want to go see one in real life. I mean, that's fair. I guess they are like, are they really only a US thing? Do other countries have covered bridges? Or like a North American thing? Does Canada have covered bridges? I'm obsessed. Like lighthouse keepers have like an air of mystery about them. I think it's sort of thing that invokes memories of older times. That's fair. That's fair. 3 Razes. Yes, welcome in, Calio. Hope you're doing well. Things are good by you. I've never seen one in Canada. Okay. Maybe it is just a US thing. I always kind of assumed that, like, everywhere had covered bridges. I knew that the US had a decent amount of them, but... Oh, the wooden covered bridges. Okay, something I only see in pictures in North America. Alright, I think I feel like it's New England core. It definitely is. Okay, there's like a covered bridge like not that far from my house, and my parents were like so excited about that. And maybe, oh yeah, Pennsylvania I feel like has them as well. Also, Z, thank you so much for the gift sub. Random tier 3 winner. Oh my goodness, a T3. I didn't even notice that at first. Well, Just V, please enjoy your T3 gift sub. Z, that's so expensive. What the heck? Thank you. That's very kind. Hope you're having a wonderful 3rd anniversary. We're having a blast. I'm chilling with horses. Also, B, thank you so much for the gifted subs. The 3 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you. Happy 3 year. Thank you. That's so sweet. You guys are spoiling me today. I didn't even have anything planned. I was like, I just want to play horse game, and we're gonna have 3 Razes. That was my plan. I was like, 3 Razes and horses. That's it. Also, Conde, thank you so much for the gift sub. Thank you, thank you. 3 Razes and horses. We're getting treated today. True. Aw, let's keep the train going. Oh, cute. Kias, thank you for the 3 gift subs. What the heck? That's so kind. You guys are going wild. You guys are going wild. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. Thanks for all your support over 3 years. What the heck? How are some of you still here? I don't know. Especially some of you that, like, found me when I was playing Mahjong. How are you still here? I don't even play Jong on stream anymore. I don't even have any, like, Jong girl moments to share. Though, I don't know, maybe my Jong was kind of cursed. Maybe it was, like, for the best. It was like, oof, Raz, please stop playing Jong. Girl, stop pushing. You never play defense. What are you thinking? We're here for the immaculate vibes. I'm glad. Raz is secretly keeping us captive in her Assassin's Guild basement for 3 years. Okay, the basement keeps coming up. Did I say that? I have no memory of saying that I kept you guys in my basement, but I feel like it's now been mentioned by so many people that I'm like, maybe that is the lore. Maybe I did say that. And now it's like canonized. I told you back then I never played Mahjong myself. I was here for the vibes. I'm still here for the vibes. Alright, fair enough. But yeah, like, I don't know. I guess you are. I guess you guys are all in the basement. Hope you like it in there. I don't know. My basement right now is not finished, so you guys are down there with the mice, I guess. In my half slab basement. It's like half gravel, half slab, half like concrete slab. Look, basements can be nice. They can be. Mine is not, though. Thanks for all the hugs, Opal. At least it isn't a crawl basement. It's not a crawl space basement. No, I would not have one of those. My brother-in-law has one of those, and he has cave crickets in his crawl space basement, which is probably the worst combo. Probably the worst combo that you could possibly have. Down here with the rats and the shrooms. I've actually thought about growing mushrooms down in the basement. It's been a... I don't think the humidity would be good, because I try and keep it not humid down there for the shrooms, but... Do you have a cold room in the basement? I do not have a cold room in the basement. I just have one space, actually. I have a little... It's almost like a crawl space, because my house has a salt box, so... It's just one hole in the ground, really. I have another hole with a sump pump in it, I guess, that I've never heard going, thank God. I'm, like, worried about the day that that thing kicks on. Bilko doors. So I have, like, I can get into my basement from a door in my house, but I can, from the outside, I also have Bilko doors, like the ones that are built into the ground. I have those. That is always filled with spiders, though. So every time in the spring when I have to get the hose out, I have to go and, like, there's a lot of spiders that I have to be like, I'm so sorry, but I need you to not crawl on my hand and bite me while I open these doors, so you have to be removed. A gang of wild Razes appears. Welcome in, Mary. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Hope things are good by you. But yeah, I don't have a cold room. I did have... Growing up, I had a childhood friend who had a, like, cold room or, like, an ice room in her basement that was meant to keep ice from way back when you would actually, like, cut ice out of, like, the lake. And, like, you would store it in there, which was kind of cool. It was creepy, though. It was creepy, but it was cool. It had, like, a big sliding, almost like a barn door, but it was, like, metal. It looked very impressive. Also, Mary, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. What the heck? You guys are going wild, and that's very generous. As a kid, we had a cold room. We stored all our jams and stuff. Ah, I love that. Yeah, like, I don't know how I would keep... I mean, I do kind of want a root cellar. I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of want a root cellar, but I think that would be... Maybe we'll have to dig one underneath, like... We're thinking of putting in a barn again, so maybe when we do the barn, maybe we'll do that. Also, Mary, thank you for your gift sub to B. Thank you, thank you. Your extra gift sub. Alright, we're gonna try this course. See if I can do it without. Also one for B, because they're always around. I know, B's a good bean. B's a good bean. Actually, you're all good beans. I shouldn't single out good beans. You're all good beans. I feel like if you're here, you're probably a good bean. Maybe that's like my own bias, but okay. Also, where? Oh, there's where I'm going. I was like, where am I supposed to be going? Where are the next jumps? Okay, over there. Okay, where is this? Okay, it is the... for a minute, I did not know even where we were on this course. I was like, this does not look like the beach, but no, we're up in elevation. Good lentils unite. Oh yeah, lentils. You're all good lentils. That's it. That's actually... That's like almost cuter than good beans. Do you have any hedgehogs in your barn? I don't think so. I don't know. Where are hedgehogs found naturally? They're found in like Sweden naturally, aren't they? Like the Nordics, I thought. Because I feel like Remy showed me a picture or like a video of a hedgehog like chilling. But I don't think they're in North America, like naturally. We have porcupines though, my favorite animal, a porcupine. If I met a porcupine, a wild porcupine in real life, I would definitely cry. I'd be so excited. It's a good feels day. It is. I think they're European. We have them here in Denmark. Oh, okay. We have hedgehogs a lot here in the UK. Okay, wait, so like maybe all of you... Does all of Europe have hedgehogs? I have hedgehogs here in northern Spain. Oh my god. I need to go to Europe and like, I want to meet a wild hedgehog. Are they like squirrels though? You know, like, are they kind of like a pest? Are they so common that they're like not as fun? Because like, squirrels are cute, but people don't get that excited about squirrels in the US. Or like chipmunks, same thing. Like chipmunks are very, very common. So I wonder if hedgehogs are like, are they just so common that everyone's like, a hedgehog, whatever. They're not a pest in my experience. Okay, good, good. I'm glad. Because they're so cute. They're night animals. Oh, I didn't know that they were nocturnal. I would love to have a pet squirrel, not gonna lie. Okay, don't quote me on this. But like, I think they're just free, Z. I think you could just take one. Don't quote me on that, though. That might be illegal. Maybe don't do that. You're not supposed to see them most of the time. Oh. Bob Ross loved having pet squirrels. Okay, okay, be like Bob Ross. I think they're just free. Did you guys know that pigeons are just free? They're just free pets. They were domesticated birds. They're not really great about living on their own. So if you like I mean, you have to be ready to have a bird. Birds have lots of very particular things that they need. But if you're ready to have a bird, you can just get a pigeon. You can just take one. And they're really sweet and they're really kind and they were domesticated and they're just chill. It is illegal in my country to grab a wild animal and make it your pet. I mean, that's fair. What about pigeons, though? What about pigeons, though? Reminds me of that meme, the ducks at the park are free, you could just take them, nobody can do anything about it. I've stolen 32 ducks. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, don't take so many animals that, you know, that there aren't animals, you know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? Like, don't depopulate an area of animals, but like, I'm just saying, like, pigeons are free. And like, I feel like in the US, I feel like gray squirrels are maybe free too. You know, they might be free. I will say I do not condone eating pigeons. The guy who wrote The Great Gatsby would go on a walk in the park, pushing their kids in a stroller. Then when no one was looking, kill a pigeon and put it under the blanket with their baby to take back home. That's extremely unhinged. Pigeons were originally raised as to be eaten. But yeah, maybe take free pigeons like as pets. But yeah, squab is pigeon. Like if you see people advertising like cooked squab, that's pigeon. Most pigeons have problems. They do, yeah, like, you know, wild birds do get some stuff. Squirrels are banned. Squirrel ate my daffodil. No, squirrels do. They will dig up stuff and eat them. They have also buried walnuts next to my house, and I now have walnut saplings, and like my anxiety is telling me that the walnut saplings are going to crack my foundation and I need to remove them immediately. But that was all squirrels, and I would kind of prefer that they buried them elsewhere. Pigeons were eaten in Rome. Yeah, they were eaten, like they were just pretty chill. Carrier pigeons save money on stamps. Yeah, true. You could train pigeons to deliver mail. I've once seen a seagull eat a pigeon whole in Venice. Seagulls are kind of next level as far as birds go. They're pretty scrappy. They got a lot going on out there. Seagulls are always like fighting to live, I feel like. They get kind of wild. I think training crows is more profitable than pigeons. Crows are very smart, but you have to give crows lots of enrichment, I will say. So, I don't know. I feel like if you're not ready for the enrichment level that crows would need, maybe a pigeon is like a better option. There used to be so many seagulls outside the McDonald's in the town next to me growing up. Now it's just all crows. I like the crows more. I do love crows. You can train them to steal stuff. You can. Actually, usually they just steal stuff because it's shiny and they bring it back to you as a gift. The problem with using pigeons for mail is they only bring mail back to their nest, so you have to take the pigeon somewhere and then send a letter back home. Oh. Okay, but like, maybe you take a pigeon in your pocket when you know that you're like going on a trip. You know what I mean? And then like, you can send a postcard back and be like, we're having a great time. But yeah, I guess that's not the most useful, I suppose. Pocket pigeon, yeah. People do that in New York City all the time. They save pigeons and they like put them in their pockets, and they'll like take videos of them with a pigeon in their pocket on the subway. They're pretty fine with it, it seems like. Because pigeons are pretty cuddly birds, I think, so they're kind of like, oh yeah, that's fine. I think a lot of birds would be like, unhand me, you peon. How dare you? But pigeons seem like they're like pretty into it. Okay, where am I going? Going over here. Okay, probably could have cut this line a little bit cleaner. Okay. I feel like with all the open space, I'm getting like slightly confused on this course. Because I'm keeping like Really? We're just running over there and there's nothing there, but it's the beach. There's just lots of sand. Okay. There we go. Killing it. A relative of mine used to have a magpie, and then apparently they're pretty smart. Yes, magpies are very smart. The subreddit of people who befriend crows and post pictures of the gifts the crows bring them. Crows will bring you lots of gifts if you befriend them. I used to think I could talk to crows. There was a crow I'd see every day on the phone line. I would call it. I don't know if it was the same every time, but my child self believed. I believe you could talk to that crow. Magpies are also corvids like crows and ravens. Yeah, they're good. They're good beans. Corvids, they're very smart. They're good friends. They are good friends. Alright, we'll try out the expert course tomorrow, I think. Also, my one friend is also pregnant. I wonder if I should bring her inside. And I want to try to befriend one. I need bread. I don't know if they'll bring bread to you. I think they'll bring, like, shiny things. Colossal Jade. Okay, you have 4 days. Let's bring you inside. Also, you are filthy, girl. Covered in dirt. No, I need bread for them. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think they will bring bread back to you. I think they will eat the bread and then bring you, like, coins. I wonder if people have found, like, really valuable, like, jewelry, you know, if, like, crows have brought them, like, you know, diamond rings that they've found. Because people lose jewelry all the time. Alright, there we go, girl. Just double check. You look all brushed up. My god, why do you have so much dirt just here? Excuse me. Might be a bug, because normally you don't have the sparkles show up and dirt. Hi-yo, 3 Rosaldias. Welcome in, Jaspi. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. Yeah, you should share the crow subreddit, because that sounds delightful. It's exactly the kind of content I want to engage with. Oh, I have to talk with Madeline tomorrow. Actually, I could grab somebody and just go now. Actually, no. It's like 8 p.m. She is going to be at her house. I mean, people don't actually sleep in this game, I've noticed, but sometimes it's more annoying to engage with them late. Don't remember, I'm afraid. Stopped using Reddit after the API fiasco a year or 2 ago. That's fair. That's fair. Tier 3 from Z. I know, Z was splashing out. My 3rd year anniversary, she went wild. Actually, lots of folks went wild. There were many subs gifted today. Y'all spoil me. Oh, hello? You're new. Who are you? Little baby? Who is this little baby that you had? 3 Cashew, my beautiful girl. Would you like to introduce me to your child? Surprise, surprise. She's like, I made this. You did, girl. Who are you? Wispy Bunny. She is a dapple chestnut roan Overo. She is cute. Who did I breed you with? Oh yeah, Bright Storm. Cuties. Alright, let's get you brushed. And also, we gotta get a little blankie on you, because it's winter. Alright, blankie time. First of all, fluffy halter. in... I actually think this like cream one looks nice. She's shivering? I know, she is shivering. She's so cold. I kind of like this like teal on her. Okay. Now she's not shivering. She's fixed up. She's all set. Teal is so cute. Honestly, all of the colors are pretty cute. I'm a big fan of the options that they gave us for tack. They're pretty adorable. Alright, I might, let's see, let's do... I might sell... Oh. I was acting like I was brushing. I was not. Did I have to muck out this stall? Is there anything in here today? Nope. Okay. Okie dokie. You are all set. Brush, brush, brush. Yeah, I think I might sell Cute Coffee today. I think we should send her off to her new home. So, I think you have to ride someone other than Cute Coffee. I don't know if we get less because she's not fully grown. Yeah, you have 9%. We should technically do endurance today, but first, let's see if we can sell Cute Coffee. So we can make some room in our barn. Happy 3-year streaming anniversary, Raz. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been lots of fun. Been having a nice time vibing for the past 3 years, doing lots of farming. It's been a joy. Looking forward to many more years of farming and chilling. Also, I guess the other thing we were talking about, stream goals. I don't know if I'm gonna do any more YouTube videos on farming content. I realized they weren't very fun. But I might do vlogs on a different channel. Not showing my face, but I think that might be kind of nice and a good creative outlet, but it might... yeah, do I go down here? I think I do. There we go. Sell a horse. Cute Coffee. Yeah, she's gonna go. Farming, growing vlogs. Yeah, so I might do like gardening and just like little like slice of life moments. They might not be as organized as like a day in a life or something, but like, yeah, just like various, I don't know, scenes from the cottage adventures. So maybe some more real life stuff. That sounds fun. Yeah, so I filmed some stuff, so I might put something together in the next couple weeks for the first one. Sadly, no gardening content because it's cold here. Not time yet, though all of my snow did melt. All my snow did melt. Alright, we're gonna sell our girl. People are bidding on her. Sometimes I start a bidding war. I was promised snow today. Has your snow not shown up yet? Because that's a shame. It has not. That is sad. Where is Madeline? She's at her house. Within the hour, 2 hours ago. That is unfortunate. It says it's snowing, and you're like, it's not though. You look outside and you're like, yeah, that's It's not, that's weird. I've never seen snow with no flakes. Well, hopefully the weather gets themselves together. I use Ventus Sky usually for my weather if I really need to know like when something is coming in. It's not like perfect, but I wish it snowed more this year. Yeah, me too. It's been kind of a low snow year. Hello, girl. Is this your horse? All right. Well, well, isn't this the new Dune Dash champion? I'm always delighted to watch you compete, but the beachy background is a great bonus. Enjoy your reward. Thanks, girl. The sandy stride race was quite close. I hope you didn't get too much sand in your boots, galloping around like that. With this reward, you can always buy yourself some new boots. To be honest, Raz, I was hoping you wouldn't win the Sky Arch race so fast. I was enjoying my time on the beach too much. Well, I shouldn't complain about our victory. Your reward is well deserved. Alright. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna buy the exceptional horse vendors. I only want one snow a year. Can you marry her? You can't. Isn't she cute though? Honestly, all of the NPCs are really cute. I wish you could marry all of them. Because they're all just such good lentils. But yeah, there's no romance, just horses. Never mind, I'm not playing this. Never mind. That's the deal breaker. No romance. I don't know, maybe there will be romance in the future. Maybe if we petition the dev enough and we say, hey, what if? What if? Alright, let's go do endurance training in the forest. What is a horse girl game without romance subplot? Well, I don't think the Barbie Horse Adventures had a romance subplot. I mean, there was romance among the horses, maybe? Might have been a thing. Because I vaguely remember a foal existing. But, like, the Barbie Horse Adventures was just, like, Barbie and the gals. But maybe they were quote-unquote just friends? I don't know. Maybe they were just best friends. I feel like I need to replay Barbie Horse Adventures because, like, the plot is fuzzy for me. There was a Barbie Horse Adventures I loved with puzzles and a mystery. I think that's the same one that I played, B. I think we're thinking of the same one. They were simply roommates? Exactly. Maybe they were roommates. But yeah, it was like mystery... I have to find the title. It was like Mystery Horse. There was a whole thing with like... I don't know, horses like a wild horse that like kept being spotted but they couldn't like catch or something. It was something like that. And you would have to find like clues and hoof prints and stuff on the trails. I vaguely remember that being the case. I played it all the time on a burnt disc with Barbie Horse written on it with Sharpie. I mean, that sounds amazing. That's like ideal. How else would you play it, you know? Like that's literally the peak way to play a PC game back in the day. I have a clear memory of like, I think I got my dad to teach me how to make like an Excel spreadsheet or something, like some sort of Word doc or spreadsheet program, and I wrote down like a bunch of horse girl like facts or something that I had dug out of some encyclopedia or book I had taken out of the library, and then I saved it on a floppy disk at my house. And probably wrote like horses misspelled on the floppy disk. Just to be like, gotta remember what this is. Gotta recall. I kind of miss floppy disks though. And CDs. I just missed, like, I don't know, physical media as a thing. Granted, like, I think about all of the Steam games that I have, and then if I had those in, like, physical media, I would probably feel like I was, like, drowning in them, but you gotta find the floppy disk and show it live on stream. I don't even know if my parents, they've probably thrown that away, tragically. It might be there, though. Maybe next time I go to their house for something, I'll dig around in the basement. I miss floppy disks. Yeah, they were cool. I also, I definitely cost my parents a fortune as a child, because when left unattended on the computer, I would immediately open up Encyclopedia Britannica, find pictures of animals, and print them out in full color to tape up on my wall. Like, the amount of printer ink is expensive today, but it was very expensive back in the day. So, yeah. This was literally any time I was left unattended at the computer. That's what I would be up to. So, RIP, my parents, they probably just shouldn't have kept putting ink in the printer that I had available to me, or I don't know. They could have found a way to not let me do that, but alas. My parents were so mad. Yeah, I remember my parents being like, you can't do that. And I would just be like, okay. And then, like, I would just keep doing it. Once I key smashed on WorkDoc and copy pasted it all a bunch of times, like 50 pages, and press print. Oh my god. And that's not even color. The greatest crime of all, loving animals too much, right? Like, in my head, I was like, this isn't a crime. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, why would Encyclopedia Britannica and a printer exist if I wasn't allowed to just print full color photos of my favorite? And the funny thing was, when the ink started running out, I would, like, go tell my dad. I'd be like, Dad, the printer's out of ink. I couldn't print out my gorilla photos that I wanted. And he'd be like, you're what? Pardon? What were you printing out? And I was like, you know, the photos I had been printing incessantly. Only the most vital of assets. I was like, yeah, this is very important. There's also, yeah, played a lot of Magical Journey of the Zoombinis. I think I played the Roger Rabbit and the Freddy Fish games on that same PC, and Oregon Trail 3, which was the weird one that had some of the 3D stuff. All sorts of stuff. Freddy Fish was so good. Yeah, the kids' edutainment games were actually extremely peak. Having kids is expensive. It's very expensive. Hip hip Zoombinis. Yeah, it was funny because I played Magical Journey of the Zoombinis at my house. And then we had it, like, I think when I was in... I don't remember. I don't think it was kindergarten. It might have been first grade. It could have also been the year that I was held back in kindergarten, because I kind of did kindergarten twice. I was technically in a different class and they called it something different, but I was held back in kindergarten. So it might have been that year, or it might have been first grade that we played it in, like, computer class. And I already knew all of the tricks, because I had already mulched a lot of Zoombinis by failing a lot of stuff, so I was ready. Whereas, would you play Putt-Putt live on stream? Maybe once. That could be fun sometime. Oregon 3 was peak childhood educational content. It was pretty good. I would load up on rifles and ammo, sustain myself entirely through hunting, then get mad when my wagon broke and I couldn't keep going. Yes, same. Yes, I always had, like, I always loaded up on rifles and bullets. And I would also often take horses instead of oxen, which is not a good plan, but horse girl. So I would swap out the oxen for horses. I would take a bunch of ammo and rifles. I would go out hunting and I would kill so many buffalo that I was not able to carry them back. I was literally living out like the 19th century in real life all over again, where they were just like slaughtering buffalo for no reason and then not using the meat because they just couldn't, consume it. So there I was, reliving that. I also would often get mauled by bears because I would also just shoot bears. I would shoot anything. And bears, like, when you shoot them, you usually don't kill them, you just wound them. And I would get mauled by bears a lot. I also carried almost no medicine. So, like, yeah, my people were cooked. Like, they would be bitten by snakes a lot. Because I would make them go do all sorts of, I'd be like, yeah, definitely put your hand in that bush. Sounds good. I also always tried to, fjord rivers. I never paid for ferries. I never waited. I was really impatient, so I would just be like, let's go. This is fine. Play Oregon Trail 3 on stream too, please. I would love to. I definitely have plans to play Oregon Trail 3. Maybe this next year in December we can do a wagon train, but instead of having it be the remake, the like 2021 remake, we can I'll try and dig up a copy of Oregon Trail 3. I forgot about the bears. I think you could get gored by elk too. Yes, elk could I definitely think elk could gore you, because again, elk are pretty hardy. Yeah, the bears would get me a lot. Yeah, basically I never made it to Oregon. My wagon trains were cooked. And also because I got horses instead of oxen, they also couldn't pull as much. So yeah, my plan was all kinds of messed up. It was all kinds of bad. But I was 6 or 7, so I think, to be fair, if a 6 or 7-year-old was trying to lead a wagon train, in the 19th century, I think they would have done badly too. So I think it's fine. The 3D videos of the wagon crossing scared me. They would go so fast. They would go so fast and they would sink aggressively. If you got swept away, it was beyond brutal in the 3D animations. It felt very sad. Honestly, a lot of games had very brutal cutscenes like that, because I have clear memories of animals dying in the Harvest Moon games that also were very brutal, and I was like, oof. This feels bad. I was not prepared for this level of realness. So yeah, that was a thing. It was just the era. We were all about, it was the era of the where the red fern grows philosophy, where we were like, hey, what if we taught kids about how rough the world is via media, specifically books and games and stuff, and then that way they'll be better prepared, rather than thinking to ourselves, maybe a really graphic description of dogs being mauled by a mountain lion is actually kind of traumatic for a young child. Maybe this could have been handled differently. The bogus strats my bio dad would teach me in Age of Empires 2 as a child. Oh no. Were they strats that he also believed would work, or was he actively tricking you? Because there's 2 different levels there. If he also just was bad at them and had bad strats, that's one thing. If he knew he was telling you bad strats, though. Different. Kind of a different vibe. He practiced what he preached. He was just a dumb man. Alright. Well, then that's a little more charming then. That's a little like, okay. You know, that's fine. He tried. He was like actively trying to pass on, you know, what he knew to you. It just, he didn't really know much. Also, I think we talked about this in the past. Did anyone else read, what is the name? Okay, now I have to, is it My Side of the Mountain? The book of, befriends / adopts a peregrine falcon. And did anyone else want to, like, make, like, acorn pancakes and just, like, live in the woods after reading that book? Because, like, I don't know, I felt like I had been prepared to, like, go live in the woods, and I definitely would have died of, like, hypothermia. But, you know, as a child, I was like, I could do this. I could probably do this. That and Julie and the Wolves. Oh, I didn't read Julie and the Wolves. Was that a similar vibe of, like, child runs away / finds themselves in the wilderness, and then in this case it was not peregrine falcons, it was wolves? I read similar books. It's affected me to this very day. It's just like a false sense of security where I'm like, I think I could do this. Julie of the Wolf, sorry, and yes. I feel like I remember that title, but I don't think I ever read it. She lives among wolves and learns how to survive in the tundra. Oh my god. I'll take things that would never happen for 500, Alex. Because, man, the way I would be like, I could survive in the tundra, and the way that I would die within, like, 72 hours. Do you know that U-Hauls are super cheap? I looked up the cost. It's literally $20 a day for a truck. Yes, but they're very hard to drive. Just beware. If you've never driven a big truck, U-Hauls are kind of terrifying. I have my husband drive them. Every time we have used them, I've been like, no, you can do this one. You got this. Let me go grab my boy. That's why I never rent a U-Haul bigger than 10 feet. Yeah, you have, it's like, it's pretty sketchy. You gotta be confident with driving a truck, and then in addition, you know, dealing with the trailer. I don't have that much stuff. Yeah. Thought it would be 5K for a trip or something. Oh yeah, no. They're quite cheap. They're not that expensive. Because they want people to use them. If it was like $5,000, people would just hire movers or something instead. They have to make it cheaper than movers. Alright, let's try the expert course. Let's see how we do. They're surprisingly cheap, if I recall. My husband and I have always moved ourselves via U-Hauls, so it's surprisingly easy. Yeah, if you have someone who is confident in, like, being able to drive them, it is much cheaper than movers to use a U-Haul. We moved with a U-Haul once, I think. We used movers when we lived in the city because I was like, hell no. Hell no. And then when we moved out to the countryside, we actually just moved our own stuff very slowly. Ourselves. I guess we did do a U-Haul maybe for like the very last leg of the trip for some bigger items, but mainly we just broke down all of our furniture and then rebuilt it here. We just slowly made trips back and forth. We did leave some stuff because we did have someone living in our house with us when we moved, and so he like stayed on and was like watching the place for us, so we didn't totally remove a bunch of stuff. And then we also didn't take appliances or anything with us. And I think a bunch of the furniture we like left with the new owners wanted some of it, and we were like, okay, yeah, I mean, whatever you want. We do not care. We were not gonna take any of it. Okay, that's kind of a sharp turn. That was kind of a sharp turn. Didn't expect that. That was kind of fun though. I kind of had an inkling that that's what it was gonna do. When I saw that twisty river bit. Also, we just barely made first. Love that though. 2 seconds. Clear. I think if I move far away this time, I'll just drive the U-Haul out, and with the stuff drive back, and then drive my empty car out. Yeah, that's probably a good plan. Oh yeah, let's just go. I gotta talk to some of these people. We should go to Daphne's boutique in Crystal Lake, and let me talk to River. Just to get this thing out of my queue. Let's see. Is River at her house right now? She is. She and Jai are chilling over there. Okay. Alright, let's see. Is she down here with Jai? Or is she upstairs? Jai, are you just like chilling in her? No, she must be downstairs with him. I was like, surely he's not just like chilling in her stable without her. That'd be kind of weird. Okay. Since we now have access to the Azure Coast, I have a new kind of training area to show you today. A trust training arena. You'll be able to wade through shallow waters with Wispy Mouse, walking around large rocks and fish shoals. It'll help you build a better bond with your horse to work through such difficult terrain together. Now, trust won't directly help you during competitions, but it'll help you manage your horses. For example, they won't wander so far away from you, and they might even let you jump in the saddle from their croup if your bond is strong enough. I hope you'll have a fun time riding along the coast. Alright, I don't know that I'm gonna buy that. The art in this game is so cute. It's so cute. It's literally so joyful. I love all the like sprites of everyone. And I don't know, the horses are cute. Also the dev, she has an entire section in her Discord related to people asking for different coat colors and patterns and stuff. And it's literally the sweetest thing. Where is her? Okay, just to the right here. So yeah, like there's tons of horse people that are always like, they're asking for really interesting coat patterns and combinations and stuff, and like she does add them, so she's communicative and like always open to whatever the community is like interested in or asking for, which is kind of great. Okay, this girl is new, I'm fairly sure. She's so cute. Oh my god, look at her. Daphne Woolsey. Ah, it's a pleasure to have you here, Raz. As promised, you can see here my collection of pieces, which will change daily to ensure you have a fresh selection every visit. Each day you'll find an array of shirts, pants, hats, and boots to choose from. Do not worry if you cannot purchase every piece you favor today. They'll be back in stock sooner or later. We unfortunately do not have changing rooms here, but you'll find your new clothes in your wardrobe back at home, where you can change at your discretion. Do take your time and peruse at your leisure, and if there's anything I can assist you with, let me know. She's so cute. Is she married? She is, she's not married. I think everyone is single, but... Oh my god, there's like different shoes. Oh, these red Western boots are pretty sick. I have like little like jodhpur boots on right now. Little paddock boots. So cute. I like this like peach corally blazer. That's fancy. We got pants over here. Oh wait, these are sick. Red classic breeches. I do not think I would call those breeches classic, but I do like them a lot. We should buy a helmet though. We have not been wearing a helmet and it's like kind of bad. Lock her down, Raz. She's a being of exceptional rarity. I wish that there was... that we could. Let's do red knit sweater and the classic breeches. Okay, classic in big quotes. Okay, let's go back to our house. We'll head back to our house. She is spoken for. She's an excellent bean. Yeah, she's so cute. She's brand new. I don't know if she came in this update or if she was in a previous update that I just didn't play. I was waiting for this for the new trail to open up, so. I also love the chickens in town. I don't really need to be chasing them, but they are heckin' cute, and I wish that we could have chickens at our house. I want them to let us have other animals that live at our house, because I love the sheep, and I love the chickens. The goats are cute too. And like the bunnies are adorable. Alright, let's go. I'm still not over these illustrations are heckin' beautiful. Okay. Let me drop off this friend and then I'm gonna go into my house. Should also see, I don't think I was growing anything. But let me check. Oh yeah, they added a sprint button. I keep forgetting that I can move faster. Yeah, okay. I was not growing anything over here, and... Was I growing anything? No, I wasn't. Okay. Bye, horsey. Yeah, putting our horse in the pasture to vibe with friends. Okay. This is our wardrobe. Okay, cool. Hairstyle, hair color. Give me... Oh, we have a lot more options. I think this is what I had before. Oh my god, there's so many options. Yeah, this is what I had before. And then let's do... Oh, we can have tank tops? Dude, look at this. Okay, it's like a little bit... You know... It's a little bit chilly for the tank top, but... Oh, we got wide leg jeans? You know how she drops off clothes at your house? You have to set up a romantic date. Oh, fancy meeting you here at my house. Please come inside and just finish cooking dinner. Alright, we'll try that. I feel like this is maybe too matchy with the red and the red, so... Ooh, the classic short sleeve. That's kind of cute, but it's maybe too cold. My boots, though. Okay, this is a perfect outfit for... Oh, we have pink Western boots. It's kind of sick. This is perfect for... Oh, we have a baseball cap. This is great for Valentine's Day. Wow. We look amazing. I'm here for this fanfiction. We look great. Amazing. I also, there used to be a like hole in the mesh in the pants in one of the pant sets that I had been wearing, and I had wondered why I wasn't getting patched out. Turns out probably just waiting for this update, because she was probably like, well, I have all of these clothes that I have gotten set up, so we can do this instead. Okie dokie. When are you gonna have your child, friend? When are you gonna... 3 days. And you are... How much stamina do you have left? Okay, so you're done. I think we should probably... This is fresh feather. I think we should sell fresh feather. So let me take 3... If I take 3 cashew out... Is she by herself? I think she is. So let's go sell fresh feather, because I don't want all of... I have very limited stalls. I can't upgrade my barn anymore. I have the max barn size. I don't remember... It might be... Oh, you know what? It's probably too late for the auctions. I can check, but I thought 6 p.m. I thought 6 p.m. was the cutoff time for them, so... Let's go look. I love the styling on 3 Cashew's tail so much. I'll show you guys when we dismount. She looks so cute. She was my first horse that I bought in an auction and like splurged on because she's just so heckin' pretty. And then I gave her like this fancy mane and tail cut. Alright, let me see. I think we're done for the day in here. There are still people though. Yeah. Closed for the night. Fine. Fine. Also, is it... I actually don't remember. Q? Oh, we can go Rocky Mountain. This is flexibility. Let me check who needs more flexibility. Azure Coast, we're at 60%. How much do you have, my dear, in flexibility? Yours is pretty low. Let's go over there. Let's go get you some more flexibility. Basically, each of the trails is like associated with a different stat, and then as you win competitions, the statue of the horse in that zone lights up, and then you can bring your horse there and you can add stats. So this is good if you have a horse that's like is already done with training. You can bring it to... My god, I liked the evening illustration for that one with the goats. You can bring them... Actually, where is the... I don't remember where the statue is here. Oh, it's here. Alright, let me turn on my guide. I think I have to go back up this way. Let's go this way. Also, don't know if I've ever gotten a red flower. I don't remember what colors of flowers. They added this new like dye mechanic, and to be honest, I have not found all the chests that have different dye options, and I have certainly not found all of the different flowers, because I haven't done a whole bunch of foraging, so there's lots for me to explore. Okay. Alright, 3 cashew gains 5% flexibility. Great. I think she should be up to 49%, I think. Alright, I love our new Valentine's Day fit. We look great. Alright, let's head back. Put everyone to bed. And then... I don't know, we'll see. I'm getting a little hungry, so I might have to go figure out lunch soon. Oh, she must have the perk where we gain money by just riding around on trails. I was like, why do I keep having money pop up? Not that I'm complaining. I will take... That was like $400. I will take that. Believe me. Alright. She was in the stable with her little bean, so we'll put her back. There we go. Let me brush her. All right. She looks great. She always has really pretty children. She always has really cute children. Cute foals, because she's a cute lady. Alright, let me sleep so I can save. A superb day at the ranch. We're killing it. Alright. I think that might be kind of it for us today. So let me change screens. Let's go ahead and quit out of the game. But thank you guys for joining me today. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for celebrating my 3-year anniversary. You want to come sit, Miss Pickles? You want to come sit? You do? Wow. Thank you for 3 years with us. Of course. Thank you all for 3 years with me. It's a wild time. We're gonna have many more years. As a reminder, our winner of our farming sim election was Red Dead Redemption 2. So we are gonna finish Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town first. We're in year 2. Probably gonna play through year 5 because there are like random events that can happen up through year 5. So we will probably aim to do that, get married, have a kid, see all there is to see there, and then we will start Red Dead Redemption 2 after that. So I'll keep you all posted on all that good stuff. Oh, I see. Iris celebrating their birthday. Do you guys want to go say hi to Iris? Celebrating their birthday? Let's do this as our raid message. This will be for subscribers. For everyone who does not have a little jam jar next to their name, we can do our usual pot friend. Oh, let me actually... There we go. Let's see. There we go. Thanks for streaming, Raz. Happy anniversary again. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Yes! So I'm going to be back tomorrow at our normal time, which, where's my... I said all this stuff about schedules, but here's our schedule. So I'll be back on Sunday. We'll be playing more Friends of Mineral Town. It'll be nice and chill and cozy. We're currently in a birthday gauntlet. We have like so many people's birthdays happening in a row, so that'll be an adventure. Also, I had talked about maybe doing Monday streams instead of Thursday streams, but turns out my schedule got bamboozled again, so we're gonna just stick with Thursdays, Thursday nights, and then our usual Saturdays and Sundays. But before we go, everyone make sure you do a big stretch. Make sure that you are an uncooked shrimp, if you must be a shrimp. Make sure you get a sip of something, doesn't matter what it is, something is better than nothing. If you're like me and you're hungry, please get something to eat. If you need to get rest, I hope you get lots of sleep and only have good dreams. Make sure that your brows are nice and unfurrowed and your jaws are unclenched. We are gonna go say hello to Iris, who is an Eldritch librarian. They are celebrating their birthday today, so we're gonna go raid in. I'm gonna get that raid started, but as always, I hope you all have an excellent rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you so much for 3 years, and hopefully get to see you guys again very, very soon.